Her with the garden falling in her on her that she would be ready to she would have what she wanted. So basically they know that what you want is usually only in service and is a little something, you know. It's not like you're not asking for a two-crow apartment, you're not asking for golden riches, you're not. So if you have little petty desires, you never know that the neighbor will come and just bring it to you.
But you have to be in service for it to work.
Yeah.
And how
fully surrendered. So it's just a game. Krishna.
Is service the same as surrenderfulness?
Good question. I'm getting tired, but good question. I would say probably yes and no. You know, if you surrender your ego, you will be in service anyway.
Just what has happened to me is I just don't have interest in life anymore to do on my own. Only like health, to take care of my health, that's an interest. But I used to be passionate about, oh, I want to make this artwork, oh, I want to make this in my house, oh, I want to
those were all desires.
Go to this party. Oh, I want to have this car. I don't have
that. Those were all desires or imprints from previous life and this life, which were in your chakra, which you exhausted. That not to have no more desire is normal, and that's where yogis are. No more desire. Even bhaktis. A lot of bhaktis also have no more desire, and that's where Radha Krishna come in a playful mood. They say, you stay with us and we'll play with you. And that's where you want a swarup, to help you stay here and have fun. Because
So this idea that a lot of people have of like Anantadas Babajitas, that they getting their swarup in some kind of a mental imagination is not it. It's about being in our bodies and our minds. And
for me, I think it can be a separate swarup, but it can be separate and together if your consciousness puts it together. It's a different dimension, but you can still enact it in your body. But
do you have to enact it in that other dimension also? Like
it happens spontaneously.
You know about that Parampara teaches about the Siddhadeya, right?
It happens spontaneously. I don't believe in giving because mine got spontaneous.
You got it on your own.
2015, I got my first dream of Swarup. I was in dream, and I was serving a lunch. They were eating on the platform, and we were a bunch of gopis, and we were serving them lunch. So that was my first Swarup dream. Then I got the first one in Yoga Nidra. That's why for me I like to use this because
I like Yoga Nidra also. It's what I do actually.
So that was my first Swarup. So you see, I didn't practice, and it came spontaneously, and it was just like coming. So the second one was when I got this opening, the blasting opening with the Krishnadas and Radhipriyadam. At that time, Rajesh saw my Swarup in Radhakund, and he said it was in white. But he's worshipping Saraswati, which is usually a lady in white. So you also.
But this is what I'm talking about. Is just imaginations. I want a real life.
It's not imagination.
I'm serving.
It's not imagination because from that interaction.
But Rajesh knew what yours was, but you don't. I mean, can't you have an experience of your Swarup? Like.
I got it. I told you, like the green one.
Yeah.
The green one, I got it.
So you think that you're always wearing green in that place?
No, that's what I'm trying you. I'm trying to. The green one was the first one. Then I changed to white because the second one was white. But then after, in my consciousness, myself and my Swarup is the same thing. I don't see myself being in a different place. But I know they play with me. Like Seema saw me in Loi Bazaar when I was here meditating. And I asked her, I say, oh, you're buying something for Krishna and you're not buying for Radha? But I never said that, you know. I was not in Loi Bazaar. I was here meditating. So Radha and Krishna are playing, you know. They're using my body, using an image of me. She say, you were there. I saw you. You talked to me. Your little eye, side glance, and with my white. She say, it was you. I said, no, I wasn't there. I was in meditation. So when you enter in meditation, your Swarup goes.
That's how I think it is. I think that this Leela that they're playing
It's here.
is here.
It's here.
Yeah. I don't think it's in some
Yeah.
other dimension
You have,
only.
you see, in different ways also. One Baba, one person, he was walking in Parikram, and one Baba walked with him and they talked very nicely, like a living person, you know.
Mm.
And then he went to one of his friends and he saw the picture of the Baba. He said, oh, I met him on Parikram. We did the whole Parikram together. The guy looked at him and said, he's dead. He has left his body many years past. He said, no, he was there yesterday.
Wow.
So it can be many ways, you know. It depends how you will perceive it. But if you like the milkman, he's a realized guy. He's a Swarup for sure. The eyes is giving and the little good look. Like Seema doesn't feel it. So for her, she was like, is it real milk? Is there water inside? This and that. So he said, you can test it if you want. Then I saw him, and he's like, oh my God. He's like really like sexy Krishna. Too young, but you know, I'm thinking, who can I match him with? This nice boy. He's cute, he's jovial, nice smile, and he has those yellow eyes. So he looked at me, and I look at him, I say, He said, you want to test the milk? I said, no, I just see your eyes, I know it's okay. He said, he didn't say anything, but he looked at me like, and every day, every morning, we have this understood smile that we recognize each other. No? So
beautiful.
Once you're there, it doesn't mind if my Swarup is in me or if it's outside or if it's together or if it's whatever it is, you know. People will see me how they have to see me. So sometimes Shiv, when my boyfriend is here, we did some bhajan in his house, and then I was, you know, on his shoulder, and he moved back like this. He said, oh, I got a flash, you're Radha and he's Krishna. I say, oh no, Tidam. You know, I'm not Radha, he's not Krishna. But to interact and play with you, they're doing this, you know, just this little blink of an eye to you. I say, I'm not Radha, but I'm surrendered to them. So they can play with us like this, but I'm not Radha, you know, and he's not Krishna. And someone saw him also as we went to the Yamuna, and of course there was more distance, and one of the boat guys, and they're Brajabasi, na. So one of the boat guys is say, oh, how you call him? Nada, one of the name of Shiva. Bholenath. He say, oh Bholenath, you're coming for a boat ride. So at that time, his energy was probably more Shiva.
No, but that man was a bad one.
But still he sees, you know. So he called him Bholenath. And sometimes I feel he has this little Shiva Parvati when we're distant. And when we're together, he softened up, you know.
And what do you think about how my Param Gurudev told me that Radha and Krishna and Shiva Parvati are non-different?
They're non-different. They're the same energy, but with a different ras. Like Sitaram also, and like Yin and Yang, and like Kalki Padmavati, and like Jesus and Mary Magdalene. They're all the same energy, but with a different lila.
Okay.
It's like actors,
It's
the
like
same
feminine,
actor.
It's like the feminine and masculine.
Yeah. So it's the same actors in a different movie. So you see Olivia, whichever actress you like. One role she's in that role, and with the same actor she's in another role, and in another actor she's in another role. So it's the same energy who comes for different levels of people. And levels means no start and up and down. It's a circle. You have to go through all of this. You have to, in the spiritual life, you have to fulfill all those 9 limbs at some point. So that's why it is important to go for Shiksha.
The 9 limbs of Bhakti?
Yeah. That's why Arjun, when he realized, you know, when he went in exile and Draupadi said, you need to take revenge, he said, okay, you guys go, I'm going to Kailash. So he went to Kailash, he did tapasya, he saw Shiva, he went to the demigod's place, and then he had to learn music and dance. He had to fulfill all, to master a little bit of everything. And then he came back, and that's how he got the Vajra, he got the divine weapons, he got all this. which are CDs. Divine weapons, most of them are CDs. He's throwing the arrow, but it's not his hands, it's his mind who's directing the arrow. So he cannot miss.
Yeah.
And that's the focus thing, you know. When they're practicing and the Guru Drona is asking them, aim and tell me what you see. So all the other ones, they see the tree, they see and Drona is angry. He says, move out, move out, move out. I mean, Duryodhana, that's when he got so angry at Arjun. He was so jealous. But Arjun aimed and Drona said, what do you see? He said, I see the eye of the bird. So he said, joking sarcastically, so you don't see trees. You don't see the clouds. You don't see, because everyone was telling so many things. He said, I see the eye of the bird. He said, shoot.
Focus, yeah.
Focus. So the focus of your mind is the Chintamani. But of all the 5 Pandavas, Arjun didn't realize. The brother Yudhishthira realized. But if you read the Mahabharata till the end, Draupadi left, and then the 2 brothers, and then Bhima, then Arjun, and the one who saved them all is Yudhishthira.
Yeah.
Because Krishna, having gone to Himalaya and called this Shakti little artificially, had a pride with him. And he played that role. They say, yes, of course, he's a realized soul who came to play that role to teach. But in his teaching, it is clear that Yudhishthira, in his surrenderness, like Draupadi, Yudhishthira even more, because Draupadi, because of her that the Mahabharata was fought, because of her ego and asking revenge. But if you look, Yudhishthira, he just did like this. And he did what his dharma had to do, and he said, okay, my realization is in your hands, Krishna. Whereas Arjun went to Kailash. He went the yogic way.
Mm-hmm. So we could be a little of both.
We're all both. It depends on the right and left brain. How you're using...
But the Brijvasis aren't. They're just bhaktas.
Yeah, the Brijvasis are completely surrendered. Logic is not there. A lot of them, logic is not there.
They're not like doing the yogi type path.
Well, a lot of them, they worship Shiva actually. They don't worship...
Very few of them do anything, but they'll do, like, they don't meditate or anything, but they'll do parikrama and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, Rajesh would go in meditation 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening.
Mm.
But he would go like a Yoga Nidra style. He would just go connect and then let it happen and then connect in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no active that they don't have to do, but they still have to be in truthfulness.
To me, I don't know how you describe Yoga Nidra, but for me it's just relaxing.
For me it's relaxing just before you fall asleep. That when you're completely relaxed of all the muscles and that your awareness expands.
Relaxing with awareness, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever had this thing that used to happen to me a lot, where it's right before you fall asleep, between waking and sleeping, where you feel all your body cells in your body vibrating?
Yeah. It's like warm.
It's like you feel your astral
cloud.
body.
Yeah, a cloud of magnetism around you.
It's inside me. It's like every cell is going.
Inside I don't feel. For me, I feel it more like a cloud. Like I feel a cloud outside. Like if I would have a wetsuit of magnetism.
What do you think that is?
Well, it's the same, different way to perceive it. It's the same. Maybe because you're more pure and healthy, you're more sensitive, so you can feel that deep.
So what do you
For
think?
me, I've took antidepressant for 14 years. I'm obviously fat and have a lot of toxins still, so maybe I don't have the
nervous system.
Yeah, my nervous system is exhausted, so maybe I don't have the same preciseness or sharpness of feeling, so maybe you can feel it deeper.
And what is it? You said it's
For
the
me,
same thing, but what is it?
I think this is when we get in contact with them. This is like the aura expanding because we get in contact with them. And it changes color.
You mean just getting in contact with some divine force?
Yeah. So you see, today you say it was gold. But with Shyama, sometimes it's white.
But you asked me to look sea gold.
I said white, gold, whatever, so.
Oh, yeah, you said gold.
Mm.
No, it's very restful and nice. So actually, now I'm feeling more confident about my my style of meditation has been this yoga nidra style, and because it's very effective, And the only problem is my mind has become so dull. But what I need to do is add study.
Yeah.
Start studying an hour or two a day.
Reading. Yeah, just reading, just focusing, or music, learning some
And you can
ragas.
imagine even reading is hard for me now. That's how much I've stopped focusing on things. So I've got to get this brain.
And that's why service, even if it's just cooking, paying attention to cooking, like getting your energy there in what you're doing.
That's
whatever
good. I
it
do
is.
plenty. I'm very busy at home doing stuff.
Like mindfulness. Like you do something with your mind completely on what you're doing. Mindfulness. Like what am I doing now? I'm cutting the vegetables.
And that helps a lot. That's what makes it hard when one comes here, because one doesn't have anything to do,
Well, you still have to broom, you still have to mop, you still have to cook, you still have to that your consciousness is there at all moments when you do it.
Yeah.
And you try to link it, like I'm cleaning
here.
for Krishna, I'm cooking for Radha, you do it and
they
link it.
They don't need that. They don't need cooking, cleaning.
For them inside you. For them in your Paramatma. You're cooking for you, but you're cooking for them also. They will eat through you. Not only there, because everywhere they feed them. But not everywhere they feed you. So you're cooking for them, but you're cooking for you also. For the Paramatma inside you.
So it's cooking for them so that they can live through you, so that they can use you. Is that what you mean?
It's how you want to see it. But you
taking
care of yourself.
For me to understand.
Taking care of yourself is making sure you can do nice seva, whatever they ask you to do. Even if it's take care of Raju or take care of whatever, do some dance or start an ashram or whatever.
Just be able to do anything.
You need to be healthy. And then whatever you like to do spontaneously will be arranged for you to serve. It's not like everyone has to cut potatoes. So any service is good, in any religion is good, in whatever once you reach there, whatever you do becomes a seva. Your breathing is a seva. You enter in a train, you might save the whole wagon if something happened. It happened now. One train got injured, every other wagon was not good, but one wagon was a sadhu there and everyone was saved in that wagon.
Just because he's maintaining that peaceful connection.
So your living becomes a sadhana. You don't have to, you just need to do your normal things and people will naturally come to you just asking questions, this, that. And your living elevates the energy of things around. So even your Reiki, you won't have to do it voluntarily. You can, but if the person just comes and takes shelter of you.
It happens. It drains my energy. Like when I'm playing tennis, it's not a problem because I'm so active. You shake hands after tennis, but it's when I'm in a more sensitive state where I just feel I'm picking up people's energy instead of transferring.
That's because you're in this yogic mode of you're doing. You let them do it through you. You be a channel. You ask them, you please do what you have to do through me.
Okay.
So then you don't feel depleted, you'll feel repleted.
Okay.
Because you're not in the doership. You're in the surrender and being just an instrument.
Okay. That must be what Roger meant when he said that he's like no color, and whoever he comes around, he becomes their color.
Yeah.
That's why he became like me, stopping smoking.
Yeah. You become a sponge, basically. You become a mirror for the other person in front of you. And you don't care. The person has to... You understand. That's what this Kshatriya is, The saint is good for everyone. He's not taking position. Balaram, he stayed away in Kurukshetra. He went in visit. He didn't participate. He's neutral. Oh, Duryodhana is my loving disciple even if he's wrong and he's abusive. Whereas Krishna sides for truth. Whether you're my disciple or not, if you're in truth, you're my disciple. If you're in lie, you're not my disciple, I can kill you. So a Kshatriya, a divine, there's ascending and descending. A descending Kshatriya, Raja Rishi, who has reached and now is coming back as Naresh, God on earth. A Kshatriya is allowed to kill. Krishna told him, you're not killing, they're already dead. You're just being my instruments because you side with the truth. If you would go in that war for your own benefits, I wouldn't let you do. You would be in sin. But because you don't even want to do the war and you're doing it, like now you say, I don't have any more desires.
Yeah, it's so hard
Yeah.
to just, it's like I used to want to do things.
Yeah.
I used to want to see the results. And
So you see, that's why now Krishna, that's why I'm telling them, you want to keep me here, you have to bring me someone to stay with. Because if I don't have anyone, then it's better I go with you and serve you. Then what's the point of staying here?
yeah, and when I try and do things on my own, like invite people for Janmashtami or whatever, almost only one person has been coming. But at least she's being
And that's why it's
affected
Gopi
positively.
Janavalabha, they know you're not interested in this material world. So they have to keep you busy with something spiritual. They have to keep you busy with what you like to do, otherwise you won't do it. You just say, okay, let me just get my swarup. Let me just go astral. Let me go in this other dimension without having a physical body to handle.
For some reason, that doesn't satisfy me there. Like I instead of like just meditating and doing arti in the evenings or something like that on my own, I'll just start drinking and watching TV. It's like I need someone to do things for or with or something.
Kshatriyas used to drink little bit in the evening. They would go through all her things and they would drink little bit in the evening.
Well, it's not good for me.
No, it's not good.
It's a waste in my life, and it's keeping me from, like what you said, do that discipline of going within and making that connection and finishing this connection, bringing it back down. It's important that I do this with my life.
Yeah.
And then I'll have the confidence, because when I do that a couple hours a day, then I'm in a confident stream.
Yeah, and then by alternatives ways of doing mentally what you're used to do physically, like going Yamuna, then you just need a drop. Then going to Charanamrita.
Like I have a pool and I put a drop of Yamuna
and
in it.
Charanamrita, you do it on your tilak, and you have alternatives. Of course, it's always better to use the body. So yes, every so often you'll come here and you'll be like, oh Radha, you take care of me for a month. But then once you recharge your battery, and then you go there and you'll be able to manage, because you see Bhishma, he was doing mana seva. Mana seva is more powerful than physical seva. And there's a story where Arjun was offering flowers every day, and one time he saw carts, like a line of carts of flowers. He approached with pride. He said, oh, that must be the flowers I'm offering. They said, no, this is Bhishma. Every morning, Arjun was proud, and he was thinking Bhishma was an old pal that was not doing anything, because he couldn't see him do any worship physical. But Bhishma was a demigod. He was the son of Ganga. So he was working in manas. So the guy, the Bolakwala, he said, no, this is Bhishma. Every day he offers the whole flowers of the planet to his Ishta.
Well, how can I get beyond what I do when I go before my Ishta is ask for help, instead of getting to this place of being able to serve or give them something? Because for me, I still don't see why God needs my flowers or a lamp or any of that stuff.
But when you love Raju, what do? You would bring him little something. You would bring him little sweet that he likes.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it. He just wants the exchange of love with you, and you don't need to do it physically. If every morning you just connect with them, out of love you take 10 minutes and you connect with them in meditation, this is a sign of love. Like whatever you want to offer them. For me, I'm busy. Only water I can do morning and evening. But yet, they come in my dream. Those two dolls, people were laughing at me. This is dolls, this is not
I
DP.
offer incense and water every day.
Yeah, that's enough. And if you do it with love, it's even better. And if you're busy, you tell them, you're not allowing me to do it. Why you keep me busy like that? You play with them, you joke with them.
Well, you're not inspiring me.
Huh?
They're not
Yeah.
inspiring me to do all this cooking for
They
them,
will
bathing
answer
for them
you.
every week, all that stuff.
You go slowly, You start with something you can do every day. Because if you do a high level worship and then you get busy and do something else, it will be more difficult to be in this.
Well, like I had that vision once, my Radharani, I have the deities, she was in dirty cloth, and I was an indication I needed to change her clothes,
So they're interacting with you already.
Well, it happened that once.
Yeah.
But I should have done it every day, but I didn't. Didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to understand, like, this little doll needs this clothes, like, what is...
Because I don't know how, that's how you practice being selfless and serving. But that little doll might become your mother at a certain point. And then you'll tell them, you'll say, okay, I'm busy with the mother. When I serve mother, I'm serving you. And they will understand.
Okay, just basically create a selfless heart.
Selfless service heart.
And my heart is very selfish. It's like from
samskaras
of being, I'm just
yogi,
used to
controlling,
being a selfish person.
Yeah, most of us are.
Like, not like these Indian women who grow up being servants.
Yeah.
We're not raised to be servants in the West.
You see, Krishna is saying, my service is good, serving me is good, but serving my serving, that's anudasna. Serving my servants is even better. So yeah, if you don't have a seva of serving a human or serving a dog, like I told them, I say, you don't need my service. Give me someone who needs service, and they give me the dog. I'm like, okay, I don't need 3 showers. I poo pee pee. I can do for a human or a dog. I don't mind. So I'm happy with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
for
you're
me,
not concerned about this thing of being attached to the dog, like?
No, because
it's just your seva.
Yeah, it's just my seva. As long as he's with us, and if he can benefit and get a better birth next life as a Vaishnava, why not? If you're not attached, like I'm not.
He's got a pretty good birth right now.
Yeah.
He cries when you guys leave. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's so
He's like a Brajapasi dog,
He's
full of heart.
Full of love.
Yeah.
Wow, you explain things so well. Thank you so much.
You have to get somewhere, food from somewhere, and then you have to eat that. This is God has given the need. When
to the body.
To the body. When you came, there is no responsibility, no nothing. First thing, any animal or any body in the world, you have to find food and take it inside the body. It is very important. Okay? So then after, because we have to find food, so then question comes, how to, where to, and in this way you have to meet with different people, different humanity, different society, different civilization, different culture. You have to pass through with different. So the day you born was very different, and when your parents send you to school, you started to go school, you become different. Your mind is sharpening in different way. When these parents send you to go to the office job, you went to the office job, your mind developed different way. You think I am same. Why? Soul have this all idea what happened yesterday, before that. It is passing through, but it is changing. Like your mother send you in a which school? In your school?
Island Park Elementary School.
Elementary school. If they put you into some places in Africa, Congo, there is very dirty and these poor people studying. So your mind would develop this different way.
Or if they put me in a Gurukul with the Hare
Gurukul,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, your mind would different in different way. Yeah?
Yeah.
But it is your mother and father, parent think it is better for her. They think there. They send you near to the place. Okay? Everything they count. Everybody count. So your body went around Alabama. It in this culture, this developed. If it would be in Iran, Arab, Afghanistan, where every day bombing and this that, your reaction, your feeling would be very different way. You would feel power is more much than your own feeling. So you have no right to say anything much. Just there is accepting army and these that, you understand?
Yeah.
So that is body. Your body where it is, your world start around that.
Okay.
Now when you were there, you are as a child, you are as pure, as holy, as much great your soul is, that much any Gurukul boy in India, Vaishnavacharya in India, any Brahmin, son of Brahmin family from the starting doing puja, worship, Shiva puja, that kind of person is as great as you are, as a child when you go. So when your body is there, you will learn that style. Your way of living is style of Alabama style. Somehow less or more Alabama style. And here the person in Kashi born in a Brahmin family in Vrindavan, like Lalit. So their lifestyle would be this way. But where we meet one body going in America from Vrindavan or America, Kashi, and he goes to America and for some purposes, and the one body from America comes India, Vrindavan or Banaras, from other purposes or some purposes. Okay, so where we meet is we meet with purpose. We don't meet with but another reason, we meet with purposes. So what makes one person to other person, like you went in the school first time, you meet so many children, but they also there for some purpose, you are also for their some purpose, and you become friends because for some purpose, that I like you, you like me. You don't meet to other person who you don't like. Yeah, you like somebody, you meet that, so that purpose, you meet with purpose. Now question is that when a Brahmin family who born in Brahmin and from starting he is doing Shiva puja, Krishna puja, and one person in America who never meet any Krishna puja, worship or Krishna name or Shiva, he never meet, even he know little bit about Jesus, Christian people around them and church, but he don't care, he never study, because his life is going through study, education, so much social, book and social work. You understand what I'm saying? In office, in legislative thing, legal thing, paperwork. So he have no time for that all, and he could not understand. So his life is different.
Yeah.
And the person who is doing worshipping Shiva and doing puja things or something like Lalit, going singing.
It's like they say that we get this sense of our dharma for our life, like during this Saturn return when you're around 28 years old.
Yeah.
And that's when I had that opening into Brahman.
Opening to Brahma.
And then that was like always put me on the quest.
So these people meet now. Where they will meet? They will meet purpose. This person who is Brahmin, he will go to this office. He will say, I want some job, or I want something from you, that you have to listen my lecture and this that, maybe it will helpful to you. So if you understand and you like that, take my CD, take my service, give me something, help me something, charity or something. Okay, he meet with purpose. And then this man, if he is ready, he says yes, interested, then it's okay. Otherwise he has choice, he can say no. Like many pandit take in the plate some worshipable thing like a tilak and deepak, and they say just give 1 rupees, 2 rupees. If you have your interest, he will come to you and he will put some tilak, tika, some places like Vrindavan and Banaras. Okay, so if he puts you tilak, if you know this culture, you have to put 1 rupees, 2 rupees. If you have your choice, your interest. If you don't, no problem. So this is his service. But the man who is working into the bank, he will come to you somehow, sometime. Hey, I want to bring some insurance policy for you. If you like it, you can take. It is very better. Please listen me. If you are interested, you will listen. If you are not interested, you can say no, sorry. Brahmin person can say no, sorry, please, I cannot. So people meet with purposes and they get very close sometimes. But God has made just only human. He did not make that you are special, you are less special, you are very special. If you say this way, if you see this way, then problem starts. Like I am more special than others. He is special in his way, on study, on education, on service of the humanity. I am special in my way, my study, my education, and my service to humanity. Yeah, even it is little, even it is bigger. But when you get matured, you understand we have to do some service and earn our dal roti, chapati, food. So then more and more you want, then you want happiness. And when you go everything in the body level very good, as a human body level, we are seeing everybody is eating good food, everything going good. Then level of mind start. Level of mind have many problems also. Like it has disease, it has discomfort.
The body
Human body.
has
So
disease.
disease and this. Yeah. So mind have some kind of different problem mostly. When your body level is very good, everything eating good food, no problem, something, then mind level problem still there. Mind level problem is that you have everything, but you have no good company, boringness start. You have everything, like you can live, you can sleep, for body relax.
Boringness doesn't start, loneliness starts.
Loneliness and same. Loneliness you can say, but you can.
Different than boringness.
No, don't go so much in the word. You understand something weird
Complaining.
feeling. Something weird feeling.
Or you could say complaining.
You can say many more things, no problem. If you say boringness, understand. If somebody say loneliness, understand. If you say complaining, understand. Like mind level is that it can feel comfort with some kind of rest. It needs rest. Which kind of rest is need? Like body get rest when it needs sleep, you need bed. When it need food, you need to eat food.
Yeah.
And when it need water, you need to eat water. But when you are very engaged with public and you are very long time, so it is tired, then you need bed or side, lonely, little time for thinking. That is also rest time. Okay, so everything when good, everything is easy, then start one boringness is one problem. Boringness of mind is something that you need rest into activity or in company. Only then you feel rest. If you don't have any activity or your well company to talk, discuss something, or just reading or something, nice subject, your choice, so you are in boringness. This is not restfulness. Restful is become different. Before you wanted rest, you go to alone place. Now this is too much. Now your rest is something nice to see, something nice to discuss, something nice to practice, something nice to train yourself. You understand what I mean? So this is boringness and loneliness is mind problem. You depression is something like same. You can go little or more
Both
higher.
of them are making your mind not rest.
Not rest.
I see.
So that is thing you have to understand. When body needs something, you have to give little.
So you have to feed the mind.
Feed the mind also.
Wow. With
And
like a little activity,
Activity or knowledge,
a little bit of rest, and that gives the mind rest?
rest, that also need.
No, is activity for the mind the same as rest for the mind?
Yes, I tell you like this. You are very much simply lying slowly, you woke up. You have enough time. Today is holiday, okay? You don't need to go to school or no need to go to office or something. You are just sleepy. But now you think, why not I should see Facebook if somebody is some message. This kind of. And this, now your start mind ting 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 ting. If you don't see the Facebook, you don't feel rest. There should be somebody message me, my friend, my brother. Maybe today is
Isn't that your ego that needs that?
ego. No, there is nothing like ego. It's like you can also say that, oh, I had yesterday bring one book. What if I read that? Ting 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 ting. 2 minutes no, 3 minutes no, 5 minutes no, not now, later. But then after again it message you to read.
Or some people listen to positive affirmations in the morning,
Yeah.
positive thinking.
Yeah. So you wanted to listen some music. So first no, then no, then you say no. Why should you listen? Then if you start music, then you will feel rest. This music will make you feel rest.
I see, because you're putting your attention on something.
Yes.
So when the mind doesn't have its attention on anything, it's not restful.
When it is, it's need not to attention anywhere, just sleep. Then it's rest in sleep. Then it's rest in not thinking. Then it's rest in just lying.
But how come a
In the
lot
bed.
of enlightened people don't need to sleep?
Because really we need in whole life, when you don't need to do so much work and you eat very much food, just enough 2 over 3 hour good sleep is enough.
Because they rest their minds all day.
All day 2 or 3 hours is enough. But even then, somehow if you want, okay, you lie on the bed and don't see any picture, don't talk anybody, 5 6 hour, or if you make this a habit long time, 8 hour you can
So
sleep.
I'm having to sleep a lot because I'm not resting my mind all day, and I
Yeah.
just want to escape, and
Okay.
because I'm trying to solve problems that are unsolvable all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to figure out the future. What would this be like if we lived here? What would it be like if I lived there?
Yeah.
So it puts a lot of weariness on the
Wariness is
Wariness,
not good.
tiredness
Wariness,
on the
tired.
mi-
Yeah.
on the mind.
It makes tired very much. Useless. So that is like some kind of boringness. This that you have to kill with some good company, with human or with electronic, with
Well, you just have to decide to stop trying to solve problems that are not solvable, and maybe that's how the yogis put their trust in the Lord,
yeah.
because they say God is in control of my life.
Yeah. So now final thing, problem into soul. What is problem of the soul? Soul have one problem, very dangerous problem. If it happens to somebody, then they are always in suffering. A person who never knew Delhi and never meet a girlfriend in Delhi, he will never try for Delhi, going to Delhi. A man who never eat meat before, he will not try to eat meat.
Not unless he sees people around him going, oh, this is so good.
A person who never went into flight, he will not try to went into flight. Useless. So usually we are in our world. It does not matter somebody is going flight every day, somebody has big laptop, but I don't have, I have just small mobile. It does not matter. Only when we see other person, he have something, neighbor, that he have special something, then we start to feel something. Before no. Like you go into the poor people colony, very poor people colony, okay? So you see in their house, if someone has big TV, he feel I am the most beautiful and handsome person in this neighborhood. I have the best TV, television. He is very happy with this, okay? But even now, this time, some people in the world who have cinema hall inside room, in their own house.
Many in America.
So, because this person never see, he think I am the best, and he never feel something that some people are more better than you. Yeah, he have lot of money, but he have not this thing. So that is like a car. Some people are very happy in poor colony with motorcycle, but other people, they don't care because they have no friend and they don't care car. But some people, they have already so many 3 motorcycle in the house and 2 car in their balcony. They are full, okay? So this person has no care their life. He know his life and very much near around his own questions.
Yeah, he makes his world smaller.
His own question, own problems, not with other. Like a prime minister, president have his own problem. You don't need to care about what his problem is. If he need private jet, it's not your problem. You don't need, you don't want, and you don't want to think about. Yeah. So what is that? Soul problem is that what we have own soul. We are very near to own soul, own need, own understanding. God has given us one body, one mind and one soul. So this soul, if get this kind of problem, what you say jealous, what you say fear, this kind of trauma inside somewhere long time.
Yeah.
So it is in very much problem.
Yeah.
And only thing can finish only by a great Atma soul. Only a great soul can make it finish, like a very good psychologist.
Yeah, like being around, let's say,
Great
Shiva Bala Yogi or
Shiva Wala Yogi. This type of person,
Or-
saint people, are great philosopher. This Atmavadi person, like a hypnotist, a therapist, these people, they have education, they have this idea. They will talk with you, what happened to you. They will listen you carefully with love, with respect, and you will going on talking. Your problems are slow releasing. You have to understand your soul. Only other person is helping to find out your problem. Okay, and when you talk so lot, you are recovering, inquiring yourself. This way, slow by slow, you release. Second thing can help saint people. In saint people, you go with some hope that everybody from the childhood see little glimpse of miracle. Everybody has some question: where from I come? What should be when I die? This kind of. So they, for answer, they think we can go to some book. So one book they read, Gita or Quran or Bible or any, once a while, they just get this question that these people have some answer. So they go to saint people, okay? When they go saint people, and what saint people do, he really don't know what you are, what your life is. If you don't know, until you don't tell me, how they will know? No. So they do want to say something and get answer, but they have no lot of time. They have to visit 100 people. So you understand, he will only see at me once a while. I might will thank God if he see me only.
Like Sai Baba.
Sai Baba, my work will be happen. It is in your faith, because you already read the book and you know these people know this book very well and they practice. So you go with faith.
Yeah.
And in this faith, when you go there and he keep some fruit here, listen your question and just bless you, everything will be okay. This thing happens, Atma. You are meeting with the Atma, not a book. And you have faith, total faith, to Dalai Lama, to somebody. The people go, yes, Dalai Lama will see me once, I will be okay. He says, what he takes? Okay, good. This. And okay. But same Dalai Lama, person around Dalai
Because
Lama.
they've put their faith in the Guru.
Yeah, Guru and Sadhu, saint, they study, they practice, that's why they go. So this kind of soul can be treated, only with this faith. And more they get faith, more they go near to the spirituality. And then their spiritual journey starts. So, but I am saying, how to give rest. You can get rest into soul also when you get power by Atma, other Atma, one person. Like mind you can kill with electronic things, boringness you can kill with electronic things, cinema or something. But soul, very tough diseases into trauma, like in childhood. Some children, get problem, like somebody say ghost is there, and they start to fear from ghost. So this fear catch him very tightly for a long time. So this kind of soul has to get this sickness out, because somehow they get affected. You can see in their life sadness and this, that, something very deep. Okay. So like weakness, they are getting weak, they are just afraid of themselves, something. Okay. So this kind of soul, if they go to church, this temple or some sadhu, with this faith, something happens. They get very easily correct.
Are the feelings in the soul or in the mind?
Yeah. So what is feeling? Feeling is very ordinary, today's and tomorrow related. But I am saying soul, confusion of soul, coming from the soul. Soul has something deep level of understanding that you know it is wrong, even then you will believe. You understand? Something like this happened in the past, and you think it can be happen again. That kind of trauma. Something happened like this.
Well, like my trauma of that the person I love lives 10,000 miles away,
Yeah.
and legally we can't be together. So what?
So there.
That's a big trauma. Is that a trauma of my soul or my mind?
Listen, it is something not trauma, but it can be trauma if you bring not solution near around. It can take you something danger and problem inside, that my God, it is something that happens in the world, so I cannot trust anybody. This kind of problem can come into your mind, soul.
Yeah.
So better you have to finish this, and it can be finished only when you talk with the soul person, saint person, real, get great understanding, or God himself. You pray to God. God himself is very powerful. So soul problem can be finished into the God. This can be soul problem if you don't manage yourself into the God, and God can give you inner guidance. Then you will be able to understand and flower again with these possibilities. If there is something bad with this person, something good also possible. So you have to not see whole, you have to see complete. If there is whole, you have to try to fill it. If somewhere is whole in a one pot you have, it is full with gold, it is made of gold, but there is some hole. If you see only one hole and you see no it is nothing for use and this is bad, no, it can be usable. Just try to fill the hole. Support him like it is you. Your soul also can be like that, other soul also can be like that. So if possible, try to fill, try to make it complete. Then God help you to fix your soul. Fix where if you have some problem.
But often, like, love doesn't work and causes so much pain. Is that the soul in the soul?
I am saying problem I gave 3 times. This is mind problem, boringness, everyday problem,
I'm talking about loss of love, let's say. Let's say your wife of 50 years dies.
Yeah.
Is that a soul pain?
No, that is just a natural thing. That is problem.
But the grief that you would go through.
Okay, if you are in really much pain, grief or
Because
something.
you were attached to this companion.
So it is boringness. It is also some kind of mind problem. You don't take it
That's
serious.
not a soul problem.
No, when it is like a time you are 50-year-old and somebody dies, your lover and this thing, when it happen, natural thing. But 50 is little less. It can be shocking for some people, okay, because they are not able to take this easily. But it is something easy thing in India. But American and other generation nowadays, they can live very easily 80, 90
I meant
years.
if you had lived with that person for 50 years, marriage,
Yeah,
you're very attached to them.
yeah,
All of a sudden you don't have their companion, you're not caring for them anymore.
yeah. Little sometimes boringness and this kind of feeling comes, but it is natural. When you know
What about the crying and the pain?
crying in the pain, then this problem also you have to understand. Understanding can make you fix. Understanding is that what is nature is, what is this universe is, what is law. When you understand, then you are problem free. First of all, you have to understand that I am not alone, this kind of person who lost their family or something. First of all, this is very important for that people whose family member dies or dying or already died. Okay, so this.
How do they not feel alone? That God is always with them?
What?
How are they not alone?
How? Because they have to understand, first of all, I am not the person, only unlucky person. There is hundred of person who leave their father or mother or sister or brother or wife or husband. You understand? People die in every family after 5 years or something. Somebody die in a family. Okay, so this should not be very shocking. But it happens because they are not able to understand this reality. This reality is like that. What happens in World War? How many people died?
A lot. Millions.
Millions. What happened their family? They were young who died in army.
I mean, it can ruin a mother's life forever, for the whole rest of their life. They can never recover from losing their child.
Child?
Yeah.
Yeah. But somehow they have to manage this feeling also, that my son was not alone there. There was many mother have same feeling, they lost. But it is life, it is reality. Somehow you have to make you understand. then you can be better person. If you can't, then mean you have to trust your atma, your soul first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to build your soul first, confident. Then you can make other people confident.
So you have to make your own soul confident
Yeah. That's why in
with the
family.
truth
Yeah, with the
of
truth.
reality as it is.
As it is. So this is universal law, and then God also helps. When you go into God, God gives you some kind of confirmation, dream that your child is very good place. His soul is very happy. Don't worry about him. You have to take care of yourself as a normal mother, normal behavior in the world. So slow by slow, in 1 month or 2 months, they get repair and easy to behave with other, not thinking lot into one side. But in the starting, it is normal. They cannot feel very well without this loss. Okay, so but I'm saying soul problem, trauma problem. When it is very serious trauma, so like you say, some people have like their child went with a motorbike somewhere and get accident and he died. Yeah, so this never happened to other people in the neighbor, no anywhere, but this woman, his son is died this way. And not only this son, he had two sons, and another son also in 1 year died.
Oh my God.
And he had one daughter and she also that year died. Like something very big loss same time. It also happens some family when somebody died, many children, like 4 or 5 children died. It is also like some kind of curse. I see this kind of thing many places. So if it happens, so this kind of feelings is really untrustable with law of the God or universe. So only this is on things is happening only until you don't get connection with the God. If you get as soon as possible connection with the God, this thing will be stopped.
Because you live in trust.
Live in trust. But before you also you never try to go into
And not just like you live in trust that God's going to make your life perfect, but you live in knowing that God's in control and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that is something different. But some women and men also is like in this world, they know how to go office, how to do job, but when they get this kind of loss, even then they don't go temple, they don't go church, they don't make pure themselves, purity in their life and their house. So this kind of negativity enters in their family, become the part of negativity, their family. So these things bring some kind of problem in their family. It is not sadhu life. You will see sadhu family better development and richness, slowly, but very nice.
I thought you said they fight a lot,
Hmm?
sadhus.
Oh, bantering sadhu, they fight because of money. Like if somebody gave 100 rupees, take 50-50. One sadhu say I will keep 70 rupees. Second sadhu start to fight. That is different thing.
Oh,
In sadhu we mean your param gurudev, this kind of people who worship same time little dan, same time little yajna, same time worship. These things never happen so much in this kind of family. Very slow development but highly development. Yeah, but it happens to those people very much, like living, eating anything, not living pure life, and just fighting with family, each other, no sensitivity for each other, not, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
This kind of thing, dirtiness, no good food, satvikta in life, only
Violent TV shows.
violent TV show, violent to each other. This kind of family, there it can happen very much. So women need to every day, at least every day once, pray for their children, because mother pray very important, very important. Once or once a week they can go to temple or tirtha. Regularly they need some spiritual activity. Not like today I
Like
did.
my mom never did that. Maybe that's why I have trouble.
That is enough. Your mother what did is very much. Now you have to do. When you grow up and you go very soon into this spiritual life, like you were 19 when you came into Jesus faith, yeah?
Yeah.
Then finish. Your mother problem you don't have to take seriously to your mother. That time, that life, that you don't know even what, where and how her life went.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to start in your service to your family. You have to pray for mother, your son, children, and your brother family, and more you give like half an hour for pray into church or your temple or near to your worship place. It is best for you.
Wow.
It will make you more smoother, more helpful, and no any problem inside you. All your soul will be clean, shine. This is sadhu atma. Okay, so then no problem like any. And that you have to pray for that people also who came in your life and left you, but touched you very much, like your ex-boyfriend, ex-man. Why not? Because somebody came and lived 1 year with you is not less than your brother. Somehow he is somehow bad brother or something, but brother. Oh God, keep them also happy alive. All the problem finish when somebody dies. Okay, but if somebody dies, all enmity also dies with that.
Mhm.
Huh? So we cannot say, oh God, make him go to hell. No, nobody do like that. Somebody died, okay, he died. Then no problem with him. Okay? So when somebody get out from your life, so your problem should also get out. Don't take so serious in the mind. Just say promise to God, pray to God. God, keep them happy and give him knowledge. If he did something wrong to me, he don't do to anybody. Give them nice knowledge, but same time keep them happy life. Because when your heart is so tolerant, so happy, so good, so big, then God bless you too, and your problem finish slowly. बोलिए श्री शंकर भगवान की
Jay.